Gang, it's Tim again, and hey, congratulations on the 5K for those of you guys who ran it. Of course, I am filming this before that 5K, but I'm curious. For those of you who ran, do you consider a big run to be? And I don't know, is 5K a big run? I'm not really sure. I guess it's all relative, right? But on a running day, do you consider that to be a leg day? Yeah, you used your leg, but in the vein of what we're used to talking about when we say leg day or upper body day, I feel like we're usually talking about loading and squatting, right? So maybe you define it differently. And if you do, then I'm sorry, today might be a little bit of a rough one. We have to front squat. It is Friday. It is the cycle that we're on. So the 5K is sort of this other sort of nebulous thing that exists out over here, but the fitness that we are trying to achieve at CSC must go on, and we have front squats today. Here's the nice thing. We're not working at a percentage. Figured it made a lot of sense, especially for how many of you guys ended up doing the 5K, that we work we work up to something. We let feel dictate load, as I like to say. So it's 3-3-2-2-1 today on those. And on those front squats, I should say, which means, hey, you might be feeling really good. Like maybe you don't consider a run day to be particularly taxing on your legs enough that you couldn't front squat heavy, and maybe that means it'll go really well for you, or maybe you feel like you need a bit of a rest, but you still want to work out. Then you can use that 3-3-2-2-1 as you desire. Keep it light, deload, whatever you need to do. Now, here's the thing. We still have to use our legs for the WOD as well. So whereas we have been deadlifting on these past 3 Fridays using a ramping style, meaning like, my pet peeve of changing plates in the middle of a workout, we're not going to change plates in the middle of the workout today, but we are going to include deadlifts. And we want them to be somewhat challenging, but you're gonna have to meet yourself where you're at when it comes to that. What we have in mind is, think back to last week's deadlift workout. We had 3 separate deadlift weights that we need to pick out. We want you to be somewhere between your second and third deadlift from last week and do today's WOD at that loading. Now, is everyone going to do that? Am I going to personally remember exactly what your weights 2 and 3 were last week? I could look it up, but I won't be able to know or enforce that in the middle of a workout. So by that definition, you're going to be able to choose your own adventure, I guess you could say, when it comes to the loading of your deadlift. But what is the workout? It's not a couplet, I'm happy to say, for you guys who maybe are tired of couplets, but it's a triplet. The other half of the bread and butter in the CrossFit world. So the triplet today, it's got a little bit of advanced gymnastics in it. It's got some weightlifting. It's got some more body weight-ish type weightlifting as well. It's a 14-minute AMRAP with low per round volume, but 14 minutes is going to be a long time, so that volume will add up over time. Those 3 movements are chest to bar pull-ups, wall balls, deadlifts. So we already talked about the deadlift. The chest to bar, consider that to be the no more advanced than movement of the day. Certainly there will be some people who have to chip away at 7 chest to bars. 14 minutes is plenty of time to get away with chipping away, even if those were singles that you were chipping away at. Then again, we want people to feel challenged and not bottlenecked by the gymnastic movement. And so really when we say no more advanced than chest to bar, we're not saying immediately jump to a band. We're saying pick the gymnastics pulling movement. Maybe it's kipping pull-ups or jumping pull-ups. That's going to challenge you for a set of 7 every round. And it'll be different for everyone, or different for a lot of people. Make sure you have that conversation with your coach before the workout starts. I can still see some people using a band today. That's fine. All right, the other movement is wall balls. So wall balls. I mean, the thing about wall balls is this. 7, by any measure, is a low volume for us. For the amount of wall balls that we are used to doing in almost any context, you guys know it's almost like a running joke that anytime wall balls come up, it's almost like we're trying to trick you into doing a Karen. And we're not trying to trick you into doing a Karen today. I doubt anyone's volume will get that high. But what we are trying to say is you have it in you to go with a heavier wall ball if you can achieve depth, right? If you can hit the target, and if you can go unbroken. So don't just grab a heavier ball because it's the number 7, because you think I'm saying, hey, go heavier. I'm looking at, like, I don't know, a small handful of you guys, just to say to you guys, if you could use a heavier ball and you know that it's gonna stink, it's gonna be hard, but that you could go unbroken with that heavier ball with a set of 7 probably throughout the workout, then do that today. Today's a good day to do it. Now, I have not done this workout yet. I'm saving my legs for the 5K. I don't know about some of you guys, but deadlifts will crush me for an entire week if I let it. So I didn't do it yet. Neither did Laura. But I will use a 30-pound ball. I absolutely will. So just saying that going in. And I don't know how many rounds. In 14 minutes though, I'm thinking 10. I'm thinking at least 10 rounds. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll see. All right, guys, enjoy. And again, congratulations on the 5K. I'll have a lot to say about that in the morning for my live stuff. All right, have a good one.